This is the brand new LEGO Marvel Galactus vs. Fantastic Four set, and I think we can make it better. I think this set is pretty good for what it is right now. It's pretty expensive though, $65 Canadian with only 4 minifigures. To me, that's a little crazy, especially when the build is so simple and repetitive. In this video, I'm not going to focus so much on Galactus itself because I think the color's okay for what it is. It should be darker, but I think that would require completely new pieces, so we're just going to ignore that for now. In this video, we're going to fix this set in less than $15 Canadian with fake LEGO minifigures. To really get the point of why I want to do this to this set, let's go over the set itself first. The set itself isn't too bad. It has bending knees, bending arms, and in general it's pretty posable altogether. It even measures up pretty well to the Eternal Celestial we got a few years ago. Well, I can't show you a comparison because like the Eternals movie, mine is gone somewhere forever. So we can just kind of forget about that for now. This set also includes a bunch of studs so you can place minifigures like on the feet, hands, and shoulders. My big question is, why with all of these studs do we only get 4 minifigures? We even have this spinning clear piece on the back so you can have the Human Torch fly around Galactus. So with all that said, let's look at the minifigures. The first thing we'll look at is Johnny Storm, which I don't think looks all that bad, although we'd love to see some arm printing or leg printing, but all in all it's not that bad of a figure. But if we compare this to any other action figures, say the Marvel Legends that came out this year, there's a Johnny Storm and a Human Torch, so they're 2 different figures, so why not have 2 different minifigures for it? Just a thought. Even that alone could have really brought this set together and made it even more worth it. Sue in this set looks fine the way it is. I mean, again, you would love some more detail in a $65 set for this, but she looks fine altogether. Now we'll move back to the other 2, and these are the 2 I want to change the most. First we'll go to Ben Grimm, who I just think is completely too small. I think there's no way he should be the same size as everyone else, especially Sue Storm. I mean, if you look at them in the movies, they're just completely different sizes, so I don't really see why it wasn't a big fig or something else like that. I really don't think a big fig would suit him properly, but it'd be better than just having this tiny version of him with the big eyebrows. Oh, and these hands are terrible. Just terrible, but that's okay. We'll fix it. Next, we'll move on to Reed Richards, who the printing on his legs are terrible, but the way they get around that is by adding these large leg pieces so they don't have to print the white on the bottom of the feet. Although personally, I don't see why you have to have long legs, and you couldn't have just used this arm piece from the new One Piece sets and made it blue, and then that way you have your leg printing and you have long arms, so it still looks like he can stretch. But anyway, that's my problems with this set, so you know we're gonna fix it. Probably one of the most sketchiest sites on the internet, but hey, it might give us some good minifigures, so. And not to mention, my budget for this is $15. That includes 4 minifigures that I'm gonna need to buy, being the Fantastic Four, and then any other ones I can fit within that budget are A-okay as well. Also, disclaimer, I don't recommend using this, but we're gonna use AliExpress today. I found this, and it looks to be the best deal on here, and we get 6 minifigures, so, but you can't see them yet, that's for later. So after about 2 to 3 weeks, they're finally here, so now we can do this. And here's the final result. So this looks really good, and the color seems more accurate. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. This came with it for free, so this is what we got. This is a Galactus that I'm not going to use, but it looks pretty cool, and it's got this Silver Surfer along with this Earth in its hand. The first real minifigure we're going to talk about is Johnny Storm. So this Johnny Storm looks a little bit better, but not really. The face looks kind of weird, so we're actually going to use this Johnny Storm. This Johnny Storm looks amazing. It's actually the Human Torch, I should say. This with the translucent orange looks way better, and I think it's going to fit way better into our Galactus set than the old one did. The Human Torch actually comes with this super cool fire piece. Basically looks like he's a jet engine shooting off the ground, and I think this will look really good, especially in a set with Galactus. Next, we're going to go with Mr. Fantastic or Reed Richards, and the printing on this one is way better, and it looks 10 times better than the old one. The white on the hands to the printed toes, I think it just looks better all in general. And if you really want, you can use this kind of teacup swirl piece, and there's studs inside, so you can put someone else inside there if you want to, and stick him so Mr. Fantastic is wrapped around them for some reason. I really don't see a need to have this guy stretched out right now, especially if he's just going to be in Galactus' hands, which is where I plan to have him. Next, and the most debatable upgrade, I'd say, is the Thing. My main goal with this was to make him look bigger, and he does look bigger, but he looks like he's never worked out a leg day in his life. And honestly, the head looks kind of weird, so I'm not really sure if this is an improvement. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, but it's the one I'm going to use for this anyway, so yeah, this is the Thing. Next, this one's kind of 2 minifigures, so the first one is going to be Sue Storm. This Sue Storm looks way better, and I think the printing all around, the legs, arms, torso, everything just looks way better. This new Sue Storm comes with the Earth pieces, but clear, so they look way better and way more like the force fields in the set, but I think we can make them look even better. I'm going to take these new force field pieces and put them on top of the old force field pieces to make kind of like this mega force field. This way it gives it kind of more like a 3D effect, and I think it looks way better this way. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the headpiece and the hairpiece. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the official LEGO head and hairpiece, and I'm going to throw it on this fake AliExpress Lego minifigure, and I think this looks 10 times better, so this is the one we're going to use for this. And coming with Sue Storm is Franklin Richards, the baby. So this thing looks kind of creepy, I'm not going to lie. The face looks really odd. But hey, it's an extra minifigure, and it's not too expensive for LEGO to make, because you can see they throw Grogu in nearly everything for 3 years. So we're going to include this guy, and maybe in a later video we'll make a custom cradle for him, but for now this will do. For the final edition, we're going to go with the Shala Ball, or Shala, whatever her name is. I think this would have been a massive improvement in the original set, so we're going to go with this. And honestly, this fake minifigure looks really good. There's printing everywhere, it even shines like chrome is supposed to. And overall, I think it's going to look really good flying around Galactus. I mean, come on, the Fantastic Four basically has 7 main characters in it. It has the Fantastic Four, Franklin Richards, Galactus, and then the Silver Surfer. So why not just give us the extra figure in the original Lego set, and then throw it at $65, no one would care. Now that we've got all these minifigures, we'll take Galactus out of the Dr. Evil pose, and we'll throw in the minifigures kind of in this weird little assortment. I think Franklin Richards and the Thing can be on the feet. I think we'll just keep Franklin Richards in the hand, because, I mean, he's just stretchy, and I don't have an arm piece like the One Piece, so it doesn't really make sense to have him anywhere else. So we'll keep him there, kind of like Galactus is grabbing for him. Then we'll throw in the Human Torch in the other hand, kind of with this fire piece. We'll put it on his kind of skirt piece, then it makes it look like he's flying away, and I think this will look really good in the end result. Then we'll throw Sue Storm back on the shoulder with these new invisibility / shield pieces, and I think it looks a lot better like this up here. And then finally, I'm going to throw Shala Ball or the Silver Surfer behind on this clear piece, so now she looks like she's flying behind Galactus, even reaching for Reed Richards. I think this set looks way better this way. It just makes the set feel a lot more busy, like there's a lot more going on. I don't know. This feels a lot more like it's worth my $65 than the original set was. I just feel like there's a lot more action scenes you can set up now, especially now having 6 minifigures and, well, 5 minifigures and 1 small minifigure. I still think this is way better. But the most important opinion in this video is your own, so please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Do you think this is an improvement? I think it is. Or do you guys just simply like the old set, or would you never buy either of them? That's cool too. Let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.